Leaving Bruneau Dunes State Park, the landscape is very flat and desert-like. I soon crossed over my old friend, the Snake River. There's a large swath of southern Idaho that is very flat and desert-like. Any farming that is done is by irrigation. I haven't seen any potato fields. I passed through Mountain Home on my way to I-84 in Boise. The RV park in Boise had us packed in like sardines. I wanted to show how you have to be very careful entering a station, especially a truck stop. When you're 50 to 55 feet long and can't back up, there's no room for error. After getting gas, I have to make a big U-turn to get to the propane tank, all while not hitting the pumps, people, cars, or trucks. I haven't enjoyed a drive lately as much as I enjoyed the drive from Boise, Idaho to Lewiston, Idaho. Leaving Boise on Idaho 55, almost immediately you are into the mountains. I'm soon driving along the Payette River. As I climb up the canyon, the road is very narrow with lots of trucks and real white-knuckle driving. You start at 2,500 feet and climb to a plateau at 5,500 feet. This RV finally pulled over after backing up traffic as far as I could see behind me. I get to my turn and look at the ominous clouds and hope this time I have entered good information into the GPS. I soon turned onto a dirt road full of potholes and barely enough room for another car to pass. Finally, my campground on Cascade Lake comes into sight. All right, I got my boat pumped up and ready to go. And I'm gonna get in it and take off. All right, I got the boat in the water finally. And we're gonna go up here in the backwaters and see what we can see. Got my cameras with me in case I run across a bird or something to get a picture of. And we'll take some video around the lake, let you see what Cascade Lake backwaters look like. Alright, that's where we're coming from back there. Alright, we're on Cascade Lake. And if you can see on the mountaintops in the distance, there's still a little bit of snow on the mountains. When that sun goes away, I'm glad I've got on a heavier shirt because it gets cool quick. Down here, look at a couple of these others. It's kind of windy out there. Headed north past McCall, I meet up with US 95 and continue north as I work my way along the Little Salmon River, down a canyon similar to Hell's Canyon, to Riggins at 1,800 feet, where you meet up with the Salmon River. They call this the Time Bridge. It's where you go from Mountain Time to Pacific Time. After following the Salmon River for 25 miles, you bottom out at 1,500 feet and leave the Salmon River behind as you start the climb up to the Camas Plateau in Grangeville at 3,400 feet. You transition from desert-like land to lush forests and farmland. The yellow fields on the right are canola for making cooking oil. I got some great photos of the fields. Look for the train trestle on the left. The trestles were built by the Camas Prairie Railroad. The Camas Prairie Railroad was known as the Railroad on Stilts due to the many wooden trestles along its route. It ceased operation around 1998. The local people are very proud of their railroad heritage. An abandoned schoolhouse sits in the middle of a field. This is a B&B called Dog Bark Park. You sleep in the big dog. The owner has a gift shop that sells wood carvings of dogs and other merchandise. This is known by the Nez Perce tribe as the Chief's Face. This is the breaks. I drove a 25-mile dirt road out to where the plateau falls off into the Hell's Canyon. And way in the distance, you can see the river. Over here in the distance are snow-covered mountains. I'll have to get my map out and figure out what mountains those are. Pretty spectacular view. Leaving Winchester, I passed a crane accident from the day before that closed the road for hours. If you look high up on the hill, you'll see two more trestles. I love this barn on the left, so I came back to photograph it. I love the grain elevators, but not enough for photos. Crossing the Clearwater River, which Lewis and Clark traveled down on their way to the Snake River and Columbia Rivers on their westward journey, Highway 12 from here to Missoula, Montana is a must-see for another day. Coming into Lewiston. The Elks Lodge is up on the upper left overlooking the Snake River. Finally arriving at Hell's Gate State Park in Lewiston. I took a jet boat trip up the Snake River into Hell's Canyon.
I forgot about dropping you off. Sorry about that.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.